it's Richard Wilson. I'm coming to you from Singapore today. I'm here in front of the Fountain of Wealth, and I just got done meeting with a potential client who's hiring me to come back to Singapore in 2 months to put on a full-day live workshop training program for his company and his clients. And it got me thinking about all the different things I need to do to prepare for the workshop, and I thought it'd be helpful to share with you my checklist of things that I go through every time I plan a workshop or a seminar or a conference, whether it's half day or a full day. All of these things are really important. The full checklist is probably over 100 items long, and that's going to make for a really boring video. But if you get these things right, then you're going to get most of your event right. People are going to like it. They're going to come back and be willing to pay hundreds of dollars to come. So hopefully you enjoy this checklist and it's useful in case you ever plan your own conference or workshop or event. So first off is the content. Making sure you have great content that's going to keep people engaged, it's interesting, specific, and focused. Your marketing, having an email list, partners that will send out emails for you, Facebook groups, fan pages, LinkedIn groups, ways to get people's attention, blogs that you can post articles to and drive them towards your event page. The next thing is location, making sure you have the location reserved and chosen before you market the event. Price, making sure that if you look at your competitors' pricing, you're very competitive. If everybody else is charging $1,000, maybe charge $700 or $400 or $500 if you're just getting started in your first couple of years in the industry. Once people know you, then you can charge the same amount as your competitors. Getting sponsors in place, making sure that you have sponsors that will help take care of some of the catering costs, and also sponsors that will add legitimacy to what you're doing and get more people to come. Oftentimes a really high-end sponsor will make your event look more professional, and it'll get more people in the door because they'll tell their clients about it. They want to interact with their potential clients or their existing clients. The next thing is to work on the guarantee for your event. Whether people are paying $20 or $2,000, why not guarantee they're going to get great value from your event? Lots of times my sponsors tell me that I should take off my guarantee because people are going to come and then ask for all their money back. But you know what? I've had hundreds of people come to my workshops and events, and I've never had a single person ask for a refund. Am I a great speaker? No, I don't think I'm a great speaker. I'm an okay speaker, and I work hard at delivering good content. But the point is that most people don't want to have the risk that they go and waste their time. They want the pressure to be on me to deliver great content, and apparently it looks like I work hard enough and deliver at least a few pieces of good advice so that they don't refund. So I'd recommend you do the same thing. Make sure you have your catering lined up beforehand. You know how much it's going to cost per head, and you count how many people come to the event so you don't get overcharged. Also, I'd shy away from open bars. Drink tickets are much better. One time I had an open bar that was in Chicago and at a hotel, and there's only 25, 30 people at the event, and they estimated the open bar would cost me around $2,000. Turns out it cost me close to $8,000 at the end of the night. So I was pretty suspicious that the bartender, upped the tabs. He probably gets a percentage as his tip or a take-home fee. But, no way to prove it after the fact. I didn't even get the bill until a week later. So try to, avoid that $6,000 painful mistake, and don't have a wide open bar, at least not for more than a very short amount of time. Next, networking. It's good to fit in 30, 45 minutes of networking either around lunchtime or at the end of the day. Exercises during the day. When you teach a concept, do a break, have a breakout session and say, now turn to someone next to you at this event and discuss what you just learned. What will happen is people over the day will get to meet everybody in the room, and they'll get to share a lot of things they learned. They'll learn as much from each other as they will from you, and that's part of the value that you're providing, is you're a connector, not just a lecturer. Next thing, make sure you have follow-up messages, thank you messages for after the event. It's really important to be professional, sell more products that you mentioned during the event. Make sure you get testimonials. I found the best way to get a testimonial is to not provide your PowerPoint during the event, but to say, if you leave a feedback page and a testimonial, if you did like what you heard, in exchange, we'll send you the PowerPoint tonight via email. So on that feedback page, they list their email address, and that's how you give people your PowerPoint presentation. It's a great way to get lots of feedback and lots of testimonials. Next tip, have handouts ready or a workbook of some type. It really adds a lot of value. Have your speakers organized, and I warn you, if you hire speakers, if you get speakers to come to your event, they can be very unreliable sometimes. They want to switch times. They only want to speak at a certain time. They don't show up. Their PowerPoints don't work. So be very limited in how many speakers you invite if you're doing your own event. If you've only done 1 or 2 guest speakers, don't do 10 at your next event. Ratchet it up slowly, because it really adds a lot of complexity, and oftentimes it's better just to do the event by yourself. The next tip is to get your equipment in order. Lots of times you can rent equipment from hotels, but like at the last event I was at, they wanted to charge $500 to rent a projector. So instead I went to the store in New York, bought one for $800. Now we have a high definition projector for many of our own events. So look at buying some of your own equipment. If you're going to do more than 2 or 3 events a year, it could definitely be worth investing in some of your own basic equipment. The last couple tips, focus on upselling at your event, selling from the stage. When you're up in front of people, try to sell a $1,000, $2,000 package or a monthly subscription program or membership program. That can really raise the revenues from your event by 20, 30%, sometimes by 100%. So practice that, start getting good at it. Start with something that's easy to sell and then move on to harder and harder things to sell. They're more and more expensive. And the last tip is to really just focus on a one-page plan for your workshop, your conference, your event. Have this checklist written down on that one-page plan. You can use the text version of this video below here in CEOTraining.com to create that plan. Just make sure you look through everything, once every week or so for the 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks before your event. Make sure everything's in order and everyone's going to have a great experience once they show up for your workshop. I hope you enjoyed these tips. These are things that I never completed training on. I kind of just went to different events and took mental notes and then finally took written notes and kind of figured out how to do it by making mistakes myself, like the $6,000 bar tab mistake. So hopefully you'll avoid some of these mistakes and have great workshops and conferences that you put on. Good luck. Thanks for joining me here at CEOTraining.com, and we'll see you next time.